Hello everyone and welcome to Scroll Stopper. So today we're going to be walking you through how to design a homepage that converts your website visitors into leads. So we're going to teach you all the tips and tricks that I use as a professional Squarespace website designer when I'm building my clients' homepages on Squarespace. Here's just a table of contents. We won't go through this. We've got a lot to get through today. So Scroll Stopper is a 40-minute masterclass brought to you by the Climb Collaborative, which is me. So in today's dynamic digital landscape, your homepage serves as the virtual storefront of your business. So the first impression can make or break your online success. If you think about when you walk into a brick and mortar store, and if all the racks are not in order, you can't find anything, everything's a mess, the person at the counter has terrible customer service, you're going to turn around and walk straight back out of that store. So that's the same way you need to think about your website. Everything needs to be clear, concise, and easy to understand for people to want to stay on your website or not bounce, which is what they call when a user just leaves your website straight away. So over the next 40 minutes, we're going to dive into the critical elements that constitute a well-optimized homepage, exploring the impact of branding, effective navigation, as well as mobile responsiveness, your unique value proposition and how to position yourself and get that across in your website messaging, the craft of creating engaging call to actions, and discovering the best practices to showcase your products and services, as well as a lot more. So if you don't know me, I'm Ash. I'm the founder of the Climb Collaborative. So we are small business experts specializing in website design, and we have a passion for seeing local businesses thrive online. So I have almost 10 years of experience in the marketing and website design space. I did a double degree in marketing and journalism at uni and just fell in love with marketing and started my career from there, doing corporate marketing for a large national company, actually marketing construction equipment. So that was really fun and a really good push to get me to think outside the box and learn how I can best market businesses and products and services to the target audience. If you want to know more about me, you can follow us on social media at The Climb Collaborative, or you can send me an email at any time at hello@theclimbcollaborative.com.au. Okay, so first of all, the importance of a strong homepage. So a strong homepage is crucial due to its pivotal role in shaping user experiences and influencing visitor behavior. So as the primary entry point to a website, the homepage demands meticulous attention to design and functionality. A well-optimized homepage ensures clear branding, provides users with an immediate understanding of the company's identity. So did you know that it takes 0.05 seconds, so 50 milliseconds, for a user to form an opinion about your website? So whether they like your website or not, and whether they're going to stay or leave. So what does that mean for you? So as common as the saying is, don't judge a book by its cover, websites are subject to that extreme level of judgment. So it is so important for your website to look great, be easy to navigate, and really speak to your target audience. So, and why is that? It's because it's a simple matter of choice. So for any given search term on Google, there are hundreds and thousands of websites for people to choose from. So if they open up a site and they don't like it, it's hard to navigate, they don't understand what they're meant to be doing on that website, they're just going to close straight back out of it and jump on another website. So that is why your homepage is so important for your website as a whole. So some other statistics. So 88% of online consumers are less likely to return to a site after a bad experience. So that's why it is so important to build a good website from the start. I'm not saying you have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for a professional website, but being sure that you know that your website is built well and correctly from the beginning, because if people know your business and they know that they've been to your website and they've had a bad experience, it's very unlikely that they're going to return to your website again. So 85% of adults think that a company's website, when viewed on a mobile device, should be as good or if not better than it is on desktop. So that's another reason why optimizing your website for mobile is really important. So while that's to do with your whole website, I've also included a lesson about mobile optimization in this masterclass because it is so important. So another interesting fact is people actually spend 5.94 seconds looking at the website's main image when they get to a website. So ensuring that the first thing that people see when they open up your website reflects your business, reflects your branding, and really speaks to the consumer and tells them what you do is so important. Okay, so let's jump right into clear branding. So the impact of branding on your website. Clear branding is crucial on your website for several reasons. The first thing is first impression. So as I just said, you have 50 milliseconds to give your first impression to your website user. So logos, colors, fonts are all the visual elements that the users first encounter when they come to your website. So a cohesive and well-designed brand establishes a positive first impression, making your website memorable, especially if, like, when your website branding is cohesive with all of your other touch points. So your social media branding, your email marketing, any other marketing that you do, all needs to use the same colors, fonts, and I'm not just similar, the same fonts, colors, logo. So it's all very cohesive, and when they get to your website, they're like, oh yes, 100%, that's this business that I'm looking at. Down to the next point, consistency across platforms. So maintaining consistent branding elements ensures a uniform identity across various platforms, which reinforces your brand recognition. So whether your users interact on your website, social media, or other channels. The branding on your website is so important, not just for your website, for your business as a whole, your brand recognition, your consistency, and whether people will trust you. Familiarity of your brand across your multiple touch points builds trust and loyalty over time with your target audience. User experience is another reason why it's really important. So the consistent use of colors and fonts contributes to a visually pleasing and cohesive user experience. It helps with readability, navigation, overall usability, and making it easier for the visitors to engage with your content. If they've seen your content before and then they go to your website and it's the same, they're going to understand it a lot better if they're seeing it multiple times over multiple different platforms. The main one for branding is professionalism as well. So well-designed brand instills a sense of professionalism. It signals that your business is serious, reliable, and pays attention to detail, fostering trust among potential consumers. If you are using a business or go to their website or go to their social media and it's just a whole different bunch of different colors, different fonts, different templates picked from Canva, you can tell that business it doesn't have clear direction. It doesn't look professional. Whereas when your brand ties in on all your different touch points, it makes it very clear that you have spent time, money, and energy investing in your business and your branding. And finally, differentiation. Competitive online landscape. Clear branding helps your website to stand out. So unique logos, not just a cookie cutter template from Canva, distinct color schemes, and your choice of fonts, they help to set you apart from your competitors, making your brand more memorable. If you have the same fonts, same colors, same logo style as other businesses in your industry, you're not going to stand out. That differentiation just isn't there. So I'm going to go through some examples with you of how I have used fonts, logos, and colors for different brands of websites that I've built. First of all, we have Purpose Therapy Services. So this is an occupational therapist. As you can see, the color scheme of the website is all very tied in with the logo as well as the font choice. It is a serif font, so it's got the ticks on the end of the font, even things down to this arch here. So as you can see, this image, we've added an arch divider to the bottom of the image to really tie in with the arch of the logo of that sun, half sun. We've got quite a lot of rounded elements as well to tie in with that. So as you can see, it really does make a big difference to making everything look professionally built and well put together and cohesive. Next, digital manifesto. As you can see, the colors, the fonts are quite bold, and you can just see that you get a totally different feel from each of these websites based solely on the colors, the fonts, and the images used. The images, as you can see, also use the same kind of colors as the color palette of the website and the logo. And then Ceremonies with Love, which is a wedding celebrant. So we've got a more italic font. We've got more a calligraphy style font. It's very flowy, very clean, very modern. Next up, the navigation menu and mobile responsiveness. So I've tied this in together because obviously mobile responsiveness is important across your whole website, not just the homepage. So I've just chucked that in here and given a few points on that. Best practice for user-friendly navigation. Friendly navigation is not just a convenience, it's a fundamental element that influences user satisfaction, engagement, and the overall success of a website. A website that prioritizes ease of navigation creates a positive online experience, fostering a connection with users and encouraging them to return. That enhanced user experience, basically, if people go onto your website and first of all, straight away, they can easily navigate where they want to go. So they go to your website with an intention. Everyone goes to your website with an intention, whether that is to learn more about your business, to download a freebie that you've been advertising, to learn more about your products and your services. Everyone comes onto your website with an intention. So understanding your target audience and what their intention is when they come to your website will help you to create a navigation that suits your clients. If you know that most people are coming to your website to learn about your services and packages, the first thing you want your users to be able to do is find your services and packages. This positive experience is going to encourage them to stay longer and engage with your content. So they'll find what they're looking for and it's easy for them. They're enjoying being on your website. So they're going to have a look around and browse a bit more. Next up is reduced bounce rate. If your website analytics are set up correctly, the bounce rate of people that come to your website, they come on and jump straight off, that's a bounce. So people aren't going to do that if they get to your website and straight away they can find where they want to go. It also leads to increased conversion rates. So a well-organized and user-friendly website encourages users to take desired actions, such as making a purchase, filling out a form, or signing up for a service or whatever journey you are taking them on in your website. Next is mobile responsiveness. So this is really important with your navigation, that no matter what device your user is viewing your website on, the ease of navigation is this. If they are viewing it on a mobile device, they can still easily find your services, your packages, more about your business. They easily can access your freebie. It's all about everything working really well together and the flow across multiple different devices. User-friendly navigation is also great for your search engine optimization. Search engines prioritize websites with good user experiences. So all that means is that Google is more likely to show your website higher as a higher ranking if users have a good experience on your website. Because also time efficiency. Users appreciate a website that respects their time. They want you to build a website that clearly answers all their questions quickly. They don't want to have to be hunting around, spending lots of time looking for things because you've made a website that's very hard for them to get through and understand and find what they're looking for. As well as consistent design, platform navigation design across the site creates a sense of consistency. So say if your services are laid out and you've got, okay, this is the service, this is what's included, this is the investment, sign up now. And then for each of your service, you have it laid out like that. that consistency really helps your users to convert into leads, because they can clearly find what they need and they understand the process. And when they go to a new page, it's laid out the same and they can understand, okay, this is what I have to do next. So I've got an example. Okay, so if you're a service-based business, this is how we recommend that your navigation should be laid out. So we're talking about right now I'm talking about the header navigation. You're going to have your homepage first of all, and then you easily want people to be able to access your services, because ideally that's what people are going to want. That's what they want to know the most of. They're coming to your website because they want to find out more about what you do and how you can help them and how you can solve their problems. The purpose of the services page or navigation or link to your service is to provide detailed information about the range of services that you offer and how that they best support your target audience. So we always recommend that you have multiple service pages. Your services menu item might actually be a drop down that lists your multiple service pages. If you're a hairdresser, you can have styling, cutting, hair extensions, whatever. But you want to have a page for each of those services because it helps with navigation and user experience, and also for search engine optimization. The next thing you really want to get across in your navigation is your case studies, portfolio, or testimonials. You want to showcase your successful projects, your successful services, to demonstrate your expertise. So once people understand what you do, they want to see an example. They want to see, okay, prove it. What have you done before? They're more likely to follow through and book with you if they have examples of work you've completed before. Next is about us. A lot of people don't like having about us pages on a website because they say about us, the business isn't about us, it's only about what we do for our clients. But I always recommend having an about us page because it builds trust with the audience. They might not always go to that page, but someone might come to that page genuinely looking to know more about your company's background, your team. You can put a lot more information in here about your expertise, your knowledge. You can really build that up to build a lot of trust with your audience on that page. Also could include things like your mission, your values, which are really important if your values align with your target audience. Photos of people who work in your business, because especially nowadays, people like to know, especially if you're a service-based business and you're going to people's houses, they want to know the face of the person that's coming to their house. Okay, next up is blog and insights. So on our website, for example, we have a blog and resources page. So this is really good for SEO because obviously it's a regularly updated page, which Google really likes in terms of ranking you when people search for search terms. If your keywords are in your blogs, you're more likely to show up for those keywords. Google also really likes a regularly updated website. So having a blog or regular resources uploaded to your website is going to help with that. Having a blog and resources as well helps to establish authority and provide valuable content to your audience. When people come to your website, they're not just, you're giving them something as well. So it's not just about them coming to you because you want them to book your service. You have these valuable insights and this valuable knowledge and resources that you can share with people, and you're providing that to them. And then they're actually more likely to return to your website again as well, because they know that, oh, I've been to this website before and I got this information. I wonder what information they've got now. So a lot of people don't have time for a blog, but I do really recommend, especially for service-based businesses, having a blog page can be really, really useful. Then, of course, is contact. You need to have a contact page. It facilitates easy communication and inquiries. You should have clear contact information, where you're located, how people can get in touch with you. A contact form is a really good way to get qualified leads. You can actually build custom forms where you ask specific questions. So when you get the lead to your inbox, you're already a few steps ahead. You're already cutting out a few emails and working out if this client's right for you or you're the right fit for them, because you've asked them those questions from the beginning. Next up is testimonials and reviews. This is really important on your actual homepage as well as multiple pages on your website, but you can also include it in your navigation so that people can really easily access other people's opinions of your business. So they say people trust people. So that's why having your reviews and testimonials readily available on your website is so important, or at least a link to where they can access them. Then the word of mouth is still the number one way that you will get new business. The more people can see that people trust your business and have used your business and had success, the more likely they're going to book with you. FAQs. FAQs page is so important. A lot of people don't want to have FAQs. They just don't see the point, but it's a really good way to, one, get some extra keywords into your website, get some search terms into your website, so people are actually Googling these questions and you are answering them on your website, so that your website's going to more likely to show up for answering those questions because your answers are there. You've written it out in question format, exactly how it's being searched by the customer. Resources and downloads, I'm going to skip over that because I included it in the blog section because that's how we have laid our website out. Obviously, this is like a massively built out website example, but you do whatever works best for your business. So for us, it works best to have our blog and resources in together. Request a quote, a button in your header navigation that can easily give people a call us, get in touch with us, contact us, request a quote. Having the easiest way that people can get in touch with you, having that in your header navigation is really useful and helpful for your user experience. And then social media links. So obviously social media links, the purpose of that is to connect with your audience on various platforms. A lot of the time people, if they find you from Google or from another source, and then they like to, Instagram and Facebook is almost like another search platform now, and it helps people to get to know you a little bit better. So as opposed to the About Us page, people might actually want to just jump on your Instagram. So having that content and those links readily available is really helpful for your user experience. Okay, next up, the importance of mobile responsiveness. So over 60% of internet users access websites via mobile devices. So businesses must cater to the majority of their audience who browse on smartphones and tablets. The smartphone is the new computer. If your website, it does not look well presented on a mobile device, you are losing leads, clients, sales. People expect seamless experiences across all their devices. They don't want to have to go to their desktop to be able to access your website. They need to be able to access it from their phone. They need to be able to access it quickly, and they need a very clear journey on their phone that is very simple, just like it is on a desktop. Also, mobile load speed. So making sure the images on your website are small enough that they will load quickly. That's really important. People are even more impatient on their phone than they are on a desktop. So if they open up a website and things aren't loading, they're just going to close back out of it and go to the next website. Improved SEO performance. Search engines like Google, all other search engines, they prioritize mobile friendly sites. So if your website isn't responsive on a mobile device, it's going to impact your search engine ranking. As you can see from all of that, the mobile responsiveness is so important for your website. When you are building your website homepage, make sure there should be, no matter what builder you're on, there will be a tab to flick from a desktop device to a tablet or a mobile device. So making sure that when you're designing, you're flicking between the different tabs so that you can view your website from the different sizes and edit it accordingly. Okay, number 3, unique value propositions. So crafting and positioning your unique value propositions. It can be hard to communicate what makes your brand unique and different than your competitors in a short and simple way. If your brand message is too long, too vague, too mundane, too confusing, too unrelatable, too inconsistent, or even worse, non-existent, the website viewer might be even more confused about what your business does than they were before they visited your website. An effective unique value proposition should resonate with your target audience, highlight what sets you apart in your industry from your competitors, and address the unique needs and concerns of your potential clients. What happens if people don't understand what you do? They will leave your website quickly because they don't want to spend time trying to figure it out. They don't tell others about what you do because they don't know either. They don't trust you because they just don't get it. And ultimately, they don't buy from you or book with you because they don't trust you. So we have a formula of how to create your unique value proposition. Every business is different, and some are product, some are service. It's important to jig this to suit your business, but I've given a few examples, and basically you would work through this, and this is the headline of your website. So when someone comes to your website, this is the first thing they read. This is so they know who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and what they get out of it. For example, our organic soy candles ignite peace and hospitality so you can make your house a home. Or another, I've rejigged it so it's more suitable for a builder. So we build sophisticated coastal homes for modern families so they can live their dream lifestyle. That's another example. So basically you just really want to get across what it is you do, who you do it for, and what they get from working with you. Take a screenshot of this or take a picture of it with your phone and write out your own so that you can use that as the headline of your website. So when people come to your website, they are in no way, shape or form confused about what you do and what you provide to them and what they're going to get out of working with you. Next is call to action. Why do call to actions matter? Call to actions guide your user journey on your website. So basically a call to action is just a button or what you want people to do at certain spots on your websites. They serve as signposts, basically, guiding visitors through the desired journey of your website. Properly placed call to actions direct attention and influence user behavior. So the way they're laid out is making sure that they follow the steps that you want them to when they access your website, and they get what they need from you through those call to actions. So if you don't have enough call to actions on your website, or they're not strategically placed, then your website is not going to convert into leads because there's just not enough points for them to be able to access you or access the information that they need. The main elements of effective call to actions, because anyone can just have a contact us button on the bottom of their website, making them clear, so clearly communicating the action that you want visitors to take. I understand contact us is very clear, but how can you make that more appealing or relevant for your audience? So I'll skip down to relevance. So aligning call to actions with the visitor's intent and the page's content. So if people come to your hairdressing website and they're looking at the styling page, you could have your call to action could be something along the lines of book a styling appointment with us today, or if you're an electrician and people come to your residential lighting page, you say get your lights checked today, or something along those lines that actually is relevant and aligns with the reason the customer is on your website in the first place. And going back up to visibility, so use contrasting colors, bold fonts, or strategic placement for increased visibility. Making sure your buttons and links really stand out on the website. So you're not just going to have a linked bit of text that it isn't really a different color. People aren't going to know that that's what the next step is. Sometimes they can't even see that. So you really want to make sure that your call to actions stand out, are bold, and are very, very clear and visible. Urgency as well. So incorporating time-sensitive language to instill urgency, using phrases like limited time offer or act now can boost conversion rates. And then also action-oriented language, encouraging action with verbs that convey a clear and specific next step. So if people are coming to your website to get a freebie or some support, it could be download now, explore, or get started working with us, something along those lines. The way you need to think about your call to actions is it's not just people come to your website, they need to push this button so they can contact you. You really need to think about the journey, what you're providing, what they need to get from you, what they want to get from you, and their intention as well as what you want them to do on your website. Engaging visuals, so choosing the right images and graphics. I'm not going to go too far into this because obviously every business is different. Your imagery is going to be very different depending on your audience. But one thing I do recommend is professional images and getting a photographer that understands your brand narrative and your brand story. So you can use things like even visual metaphors, incorporating visuals that act as metaphors for your brand's value or messages. For example, if your brand focuses on growth, you could use imagery like plants or upward arrows in your imagery. And then also having a professional photographer also helps with your consistent photography styles. So obviously they're going to have all the same lighting. Everything's going to tie in really nicely. There's nothing worse than going to a website and the colors are all over the place. None of the images tie in together. All the lighting is all really different. You really want everything to be consistent. And then you can then use those images on your social media, on your email marketing, and really be consistent with your visual identity across all of your platforms. Okay, the About section of your homepage. You should always include an About section on your homepage. I know that you have an About page, but just having a mini About section that connects you with your audience through your story is really useful. The About section is not just a space for self-promotion. It's a strategic tool that can foster connection, trust, and engagement with your audience. Sometimes just having that little About section on your homepage really humanizes your brand, and people are more likely to click into your About page where you can further sell yourself and your business because they see that and it's relatable and it's friendly and it builds trust with them and they understand who you are as a person. You can also use your About section to highlight your company values. We're really big on including values on your website because more times than not, your values align with your target audience and they already have an idea about the business that they want to work with, and you are just reinforcing that by getting your values across. You can also tell your story. So stories are memorable. You can share the journey of how your business came to be. Authentic storytelling creates a genuine connection with your audience. So basically this whole About section is about connection. And I know that sometimes it can seem very much like it's just about sales, but it's not. Your business is about connecting with your audience and how you can best understand them and best service them. And being able to get your story across is the most easiest way to do that. You can also use it to showcase your expertise and experience. So that just demonstrates your competence and instills confidence in your potential clients. So if, for example, I have a marketing degree, so I would include that in my About section, and people then trust me even more because they understand my competence and knowledge. A lot of the time, people aren't starting businesses because it's been done before. There are so many website designers. You could pick one of a billion website designers. The differentiating thing about your business is your brand. So it's who you are. It's your approach to business. It's your values. So some people that want to work with me aren't going to want to work with other website designers. Some people that work with other website designers aren't going to work with me because my brand isn't aligned with them or their values. So getting that across in your messaging and your About section is so important because you're going to attract the right people to your business, and it differentiates you from your competitors just because of who you are, your stories, and your approach to business. Also, you can introduce your team members, you can put faces to your brand. So this really makes you approachable, fosters a sense of familiarity with people within your business. Obviously, when you're talking to people a lot in business, it's nice to put a face to a name and really know who you're working with. And then having, like I said before, if you have this little mini About section on your homepage, you can include a call to action that's going to take people to your About page. So you're guiding them on the next steps, where it's to explore your full About page or to contact you, or whatever you want to get out of that section. For example, these are some of the questions that you can answer on your mini About section. So why did you start your business? What was the problem you noticed in the industry and how do you want to solve it? What is your history and experience? What makes you uniquely you, and show us your personality. So there's some of the things that you can include in your About section to really help your business stand out and get people to click through and want to know more about you. Another section on your homepage you should include is a products and services showcase, presenting your offerings attractively. For example, on this website here, this is the Westbuild website. When we built this website, they were mainly doing concreting. So they did slabs, exposed concrete, driveways and footpaths. You can't see it because this is an image, but these were all animations. So when you hovered over each of these things, it had a little spiel about what is included in building slabs, what's included in their exposed concrete. Strategically including these things in your homepage, before they even get to your services page, they can understand what it is you do, and in little bite-sized chunks. And then each of these can link through to your service pages. So you're giving people another gateway to go through to the next section of your website. You're going to go into all of this in way more detail on those service pages, but having concise little descriptions and that make people want to know more is really important to include on your homepage. The benefits of the service section on your homepage is well-designed showcase contributes to a positive user experience, making it easy for visitors to explore and understand your products or services. It captivates and converts, so engaging the visuals with descriptions increases the likelihood of them to convert into leads by going to those pages and filling out the form and wanting to know more about those services or products. And instant communication. So the products and services showcase serves as a visual elevator pitch. It's instantly communicating the value proposition of your offerings right there on the homepage. Testimonials and reviews. Testimonials are one of the most important things you want to include on the homepage of your website. Your visitor comes to your homepage, they read your unique value proposition, they look at your beautiful branded images, they see your showcase of products and services. There's call to actions throughout. They can go to wherever they want. They find out a little bit about you, but they want proof. They want to know that you have done what you're saying you can do before and you have made other people happy. These build trust by showcasing positive experiences and affirming the credibility of your brand. Trust is the cornerstone of conversions. People are more likely to click that book now or get a quote button if they trust you. Testimonials instill confidence in potential customers by making them more likely to take desired actions, whether it's making a purchase or engaging with your services, because people trust people. If they see that other people have used your product and got the result that they want to get, they're going to go through with booking with you and converting to leads. Okay, social media integration, enhancing engagement with social media links. Having your social media feed on your website is actually a really effective way to humanize your brand even more, add some personality, get the personality that you can get across in your Instagram into your website. People also like it to be very easy for them to jump between your different platforms and see how you do things in different areas. Social media links enhance engagement by inviting visitors to explore additional content, join conversations, and participate in your online community, which is hopefully what you've created through your social media platforms. If you are including your feed, that it does look visually appealing with your brand aesthetics. And also whenever you select your icons, you can actually, with Squarespace, you can actually edit the look and style of those, so you can make sure that the design of them is in line with your brand and your brand identity. Benefits of social media feeds, having feeds on your website homepage. It's dynamic content. The social media feed injects into your website in real time. So whenever you upload an image to Instagram, it's going to automatically update that on your website, which keeps your homepage fresh and relevant. And when people access it again, they're seeing fresh content from your social media. It also showcases your community. Displaying user-generated content fosters a sense of community, showcasing the positive interactions and experiences associated with your brand. Okay, contact information and trust badges. Position your contact details prominently, whether it's a clickable phone number, email address, or contact form. You need to make yourself easily accessible on your homepage. So making sure that people can contact you really easily is so important, because usually when someone's coming to your website, that's the main thing they want to do. They want to get in touch with you. They want to book something. they want to find out more or ask you a question. Displaying your contact details instills confidence. It signals transparency, assuring visitors that your business is approachable and ready to engage. Contact information humanizes your brand, fostering a sense of connection. People trust businesses that they can easily reach. If you make it really hard for people to get in touch with you, your audience isn't going to trust you. I've just got a little bit here on trust badges. Mentioned before your expertise in your little about section. You can also have that as a separate section. You could have certifications and awards, some badges or of courses you've completed or things like that. They add an extra layer of trust to your potential customers. Basically, the more proof you can give that you're an established business that has certifications, that has verification from other businesses, the more your website is going to convert. Okay, almost there. Newsletter signups and promotions and encouraging newsletter signups. If you do not have an email list, I urge you right now to make one. If one day your social media goes down, you lose access to it, you have no way of talking to your customers. So the main thing you want to do in your business is get people onto your email list. Incorporating lead magnets into your newsletter sign up is a really good way to do that. For example, our lead magnet at the moment is the launch list. It's a step-by-step guide to help people to launch their own business. It's a checklist of things to go through to launch a business. When people sign up to our newsletter on our homepage, they'll get taken to this landing page where they can download the launch list, and they'll automatically be added to our email marketing list and put into an automated sales funnel so that we can continue to nurture that client. So, making sure that your newsletter sign up is displayed strategically, whether that is a homepage and it has an offer or a discount or some catchy phrase that makes people want to sign up to this, is really important. We have our newsletter in our footer, as well as a pop-up on the homepage. So when people first come to our website, they get a pop-up to download the launch list. Just making sure that no matter what your newsletter sign up looks like, it aligns with your audience's needs. So if you're just having people sign up to your newsletter, making sure you explain to them what they get. People are more likely going to sign up if they understand what they get from signing up. So if it's tips, if it's freebies, if it's updates on events. If you have a lead magnet like ours, then making sure that your lead magnets address your audience's pain points. If you are a physio, maybe you have a list of exercises that people can do to reduce back pain. Making sure that those lead magnets are really aligned and compelling to your target audience is how you're going to get people to sign up for your newsletter. And the footer. So the footer is just the very bottom of your website. Here are the key elements of an effective footer. The footer of your website, you want to have your contact information. So you want to have clickable contact details for seamless communication. You want to clearly display the copyright notice for legal protection of your website, having the C with the circle around it, the year the website was built, and your business name. You want to have your social media links or feed in your footer. It just really helps to flesh it out, and it's just, again, another way that you can extend the digital conversation with your target audience. It's also really important to have a sitemap or quick links in the footer. Once people scroll all the way to the bottom, they have to scroll all the way back up to the top to get to your services, your about page, any other important information on your website. So having those important pages as quick links in the bottom part of your footer is really important to help with user experience. I also recommend including a privacy policy, your legal links, terms of service, shipping policies, whatever is relevant to your business. Having those in the footer can be really useful. That's normally the place people go looking for it. So just ensuring you understand that. And then design consistency. So ensuring, even though it's the very bottom of your website, everything is really cohesive. You're using the same colors. It ties in really well with your website, and it's responsive across all your devices. And when you're designing it, making sure that you're flicking over to the mobile view and looking at how your footer looks on a mobile device. The footer is the hardest part of a website to get looking good on mobile. So just making sure that you lay it all out nicely so it is effective on a mobile device. Okay, so to wrap up, when you build your website homepage, you want to make sure that everything is branded correctly with your brand fonts, your brand color palettes. Your images are all on brand as well. They've been taken by a professional, and use your brand colors and are really in line with how you want to come across to your audience. Your unique value proposition is prominent on your website. People understand who you are, what you do, and how you give them the results they want. You have a showcase of your products and services. You have a mini about section on your website. You have social proof, testimonials. There's clear call to actions throughout, so people understand the journey that you want them to go on when they're moving through your homepage. They can easily navigate to your social media. They can easily sign up for your email list. These are the main things that you want to be thinking about on your homepage. So if you have any questions at all about any, I know that was a lot of information and a lot of content. If you need any help with anything on your website, with any more tips on things that you should be including on your homepage, if you want me to have a look over your homepage and just give you some information on what I think you should be including, you can give me an email at hello@theclimbcollaborative.com.au, or you can find us on socials at The Climb Collaborative. And I'd be happy to help you to build a website that actually converts your visitors into leads. So I have an offer for everyone who has joined me on the masterclass today. Introducing Square One for Startups. So this is our new course that helps you to learn how to build a business the right way and all the things you need to consider in bite-sized pieces of valuable information before you start your business. There are so many people out there that have just fumbled their way through starting a business, or they just haven't started their business altogether because it's too overwhelming. There's too many things to do. They don't know what to do and they don't want to stuff it up. So we built this course that gives you the step-by-step guide from square one. You're going to get advice on your branding, how to your social media, things to consider when choosing your business structure, and even insurance. And there is a step-by-step module on how to build your own website on Squarespace. Modules that are included in the course are an introduction to starting your own business, all the things you should do before starting your own business, legal and financial considerations and things like choosing a business structure, accounting, insurance, things like that, branding and marketing your business, how to work out how you want to brand your business and market your business and who your target audience is. A module on building your website on Squarespace, so a step-by-step guide on how to build a website on Squarespace that is well designed and is going to work for your business. And then launching your business and website, so those next steps. So once you've built your brand, you've set everything up well in your business, you've built your website, then how do you launch it? And then there's also a bonus module that is a success strategy, a step-by-step guide on how to be successful in business and not just launching your business and hoping for the best. So these are the things we recommend you do to make sure your business is successful. The 80-page workbook, as well as many, many more worksheets. There's a quiz, there's over 20 video lessons, and there's over 10 scripts and formulas that you can use in your own business to be successful. We have an early bird offer for those of you who join us on this masterclass. So the first 10 people to sign up, you'll get $200 off. So instead of the normal price of $997, you will get the whole course with all the inclusions for $797. We also have payment plans available because we really want to make it affordable for you to start your own business. This is everything you need to know to start your business with confidence. There's also a one-on-one call with me, so you can ask me any questions you have that while you're working through the modules. If there's anything you're really stuck on, if you have got to the end and you just want me to go over everything for you or give you some more tips, we can go through all that together in our call. So this is really, really good value. You're getting the whole course plus one-on-one support for $797. So that's or 6 payments of $147. It is so minimal. You pay more than that for a gym membership in a month. You could start a business, so you can earn money on your own terms. You can work the days that you want to work. There's no cap on how much you earn. I remember being so frustrated working in corporate, and it would come around to pay rise time and they're not doing pay rises this year. If you start your own business, you don't have a cap on your pay. That's why we've built this course, because we want you to be successful. We want you to win. We want your business to do well. What's included: analyzing your market and competitors, creating your own one-page business plan, learn how to set SMART goals and reach them, understanding small business taxes, deciding on the right business structure and insurance for you, strategically planning and building your brand, learning how to measure your return on investment, learning how to build your own website on Squarespace, and launching your new business and setting up for success, plus so much more. If you want to join us and sign up for the waitlist and get your $200 off, you can email me at hello@theclimbcollaborative.com.au. Just let me know you finished the masterclass and you want to join the waitlist and secure the early bird pricing. I hope you got so much value out of this masterclass. If there's anything I can do to help you with your Squarespace website, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. I would love to help. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. Follow us on Instagram at theclimbcollaborative.com.au. Always happy to answer DMs. Send me a message anytime. Hope you have a great day and good luck building your scroll stopping website homepage. Bye.